It got so quiet in here.
Hi, I bet you're wondering how we got here and what's about to happen. Well, this is me, and those other two guys aren't. I watched this video in my downtime while I was waiting for a cash wire. But then it hit me. I could have just used Cash App. A storm of thoughts hit my mind as I felt like an idiot for waiting for money that I could have just asked them to hit the simple app with the green cash sign. It's so green. It's so available. And then it struck me. Where the crap did Cash App come from anyway? It started in silence, no ads, no fanfare, just a green square pulsing in a digital void. Cash App wasn't born, it slipped into existence like a whisper between bank servers, coded by the minds that saw a crack in the system. Was it a gift or was it a trap? Strangers could pass money like secrets, no middleman or questions. It moved faster than banks, cooler than credit cards, and quieter than the IRS liked. Some say it was a revolution in your pocket. Others say it was the first step to something darker. Money without faces. Power without names. But the thing is, for sure, once you downloaded it, it became the only way. Cash App needed to be studied. The rise was nothing short of phenomenal. How did they blow up so quickly? Where the crap did they get the money from? And if I give you money, and you give me money, and they give us money, how do they make money? I put together the most comprehensive investigation I could in a short period of time. So let's get into it. Let's look into the method of madness of the rise of Cash App. Clicking for cash.
Oh, hey, I found this Cash App card on the street.
Is that my card?
Watch me rack up $300 worth of hibachi shrimp on it. Hit me. Arigato gozaimasu. It's Japanese for thank you.
With Cash App, you can lock your card if it's ever lost or stolen. Because if it's weird for real, it's weird for real.
Where the crap did Cash App get their money? Cash App cleverly gamified growth, tapping into a simple truth. Broke people will move mountains for $10. They created a viral loop where users became marketers. No billboards needed, just for word of mouth and desperation. Share your code and get a friend to sign up. Did that, both of y'all get paid. Free money on the surface, but underneath, it was a masterclass in low-cost user acquisition. Cash App didn't sell investors on a flashy ideal. It sold them on a gap in the system. When Jack Dorsey and the Square team pitched what would become Cash App, they highlighted a massive underserved market. People without traditional bank access. People tired of fees, delays, and bureaucracy. AKA, poor people. They framed it as financial liberation through sleek tech. The pitch was simple. Peer-to-peer payments as easy as sending a text, backed by Square's growing credibility. Investors saw the big picture, not just sending money, but becoming the bank of the unbanked and overlooked. Cash App's not just a product, it's a club, a bank club.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
But this is the worst part. Despite its convenience, Cash App comes with real downside. ones that they don't put out in promo. First, fraud and scams run rampant. With minimal buyer protection and no customer hotline, if you send money to the wrong person or get hustled, it's usually gone. Second, limited account security has raised concerns, especially for users treating it like a bank without the same legal protections. Third, this app's ease of use encourages impulsive spending, especially among younger users. While features like investing in Bitcoin trading are flashy, they come with fees and risks that aren't always clearly explained. In short, Cash App is fast, but it's sometimes too fast for our own financial safety. Cash App and apps like it were gateway drugs to frictionless finance. They trained an entire generation to expect instant money, instant access, and zero resistance. Incoming, Afterpay, Klarna, and other buy now, pay later giants. They slid right into the space Cash App carved out, offering credit disguised as convenience. No credit cards, no interest, just the same smooth, friendly interface promising freedom. But underneath, it was the same game. Ease now, debt later. Cash App didn't just make a way for apps like Afterpay. It normalized the behavior that made them explode. The aftermath of Cash App is Afterpay. You see where this is going. I'm not saying payday loans are bad, but I guess I am saying they're bad. But I'm not saying they're good. I feel like they're using this as a way to disguise payday loans because they've gotten a nasty name over time. They're trying to break the separation that people have created between regular people and loan sharks.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
Tonight on Frontline, for 30 years, Americans have played a game with the banks holding all the cards.
Changing the terms, raising interest rates, changing the rules of the game.
Consumers use plastic for 100,000 transactions a minute. It has produced billions in profits and nearly $1 trillion in debt.
Americans simply cannot pay back the level of debt that has grown over the last 30 years.
And
unlike your regular Cinderella story, before Cash App sent out its first text message, they had a company worth $3 billion. I think it's super sus and it kind of smells like nepotism. But on paper, the confidence investors had in Cash App's success came from three powerful forces converging at the right time. 1. Square's proven track record. Investors already trusted Jack Dorsey and Square. The company had revolutionized small business payments with its mobile card readers, and the success gave credibility to any new ventures under this roof. Cash App wasn't a random startup. It was a spin-off of fine tech juggernauts with funding, talent, and vision. 2. The untapped market. Cash App targeted the overlooked people without bank accounts, people fed up with banking fees, and the growing wave of mobile-first users. Investors saw an enormous audience hungry for fast, easy, and more accessible ways to move money. Traditionally, banks weren't serving them, and the gap smelled like opportunity. 3. Targeting the culture. Cash App had viral potential. Its peer-to-peer use meant every user pulled in more users. Combine that with savvy branding, partnerships in hip-hop culture, and a social media savvy rollout. Investors saw not just a finance tool, but a movement in marketing. It wasn't about sending money. It was about owning the financial lives of the next generation.
I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt? Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card debt.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
Strong leadership, a clear pain point, and the potential to go viral gave investors more than enough reason to believe Cash App wouldn't just survive, but it would dominate. Cash App quietly became the go-to lifeline for fast money in the world, where traditional banks move like molasses. In many communities, it's not just an app, it's the app. Need to borrow $20 from a friend, split rent instantly, flip a side hustle, and get paid today, not Friday? Cash App makes it happen in seconds. Unlike most banks that are locked in with fees and delays, or credit cards that demand a whole life story, Cash App cuts straight through the noise. For millions without access to credit cards, savings, or even checking accounts, Cash App is virtually the only quick cash provider they can count on. Fast, simple, and always in their pocket.
You are now tuned in to Method Madness.
Okay. What does all this mean? If Cash App continues to evolve into a full-service alternative to traditional banks, it could become a default finance tool for Gen Z and beyond. But here's the catch: regulation is coming. As government scrutiny over peer-to-peer apps, crypto, and buy now, pay later services tightens, Cash App will need to grow up fast. If it can balance that sleek, street-smart vibe with the compliance and security of legitimate financial institutions, its upside is massive. If not, it risks being seen as risky, not revolutionary. My bet, Cash App keeps winning, but only if we play both sides of the game. Trust and speed. Please be careful not to get in debt, and sub only if you like it. Thanks.